Hey guys, Sean Nalawani here, SeanNal.com, and in this video today I'm answering sort of a beginner question, but it is one that I get asked fairly often, which is, should you eat back the calories burned from exercise? Now it's actually kind of a confusing question, to be honest, because it really just stems from a basic misunderstanding of how the fat burning process works. Now this does apply to muscle growth as well, but almost everybody who asks me this question usually has fat loss as their main goal. If muscle growth is your goal, then the same basic logic applies with the answer that I'll be giving, but I will be addressing it from a fat loss perspective. But the thing to understand here is that fat loss ultimately just comes down to managing your total net energy balance in the big picture, meaning that at the end of the day or the end of the week, when you add up all the energy you consume, so the calories that you eat, and all the energy that you expend, so all the calories that you burn at rest and during exercise, you need to be in a situation where you're expending more energy than you're taking in. If you do that, and the amount that you're expending in comparison to what you're taking in is large enough, then you're gonna lose fat. Now, you can tip that balance in your favor in two ways. You can eat less food to reduce your energy intake, and you can exercise more to increase your energy expenditure. And in almost all cases, you're gonna be doing some combination of both. You'll be tracking your food intake and eating a bit less food than you normally do, and you'll be performing weight training and cardio sessions throughout the week as well. And the combination of those two, so eating less and exercising more, that's going to result in fat loss. Now, some people, depending on their preference, may go a little further in either direction. Some people, like myself, prefer to cut dietary calories a bit further and do a bit less cardio, while others prefer to only reduce their food intake slightly and then burn more calories through cardio. Either one is acceptable though, and it does create the same basic bottom line result. But at the end of the day, it's really just about creating a net calorie deficit by burning more than you consume in the overall picture. So there's really no question of should I eat back my calories burned from exercise? You simply have a certain daily calorie intake that you shoot for, and you have a certain amount of exercise that you perform throughout the week. And the combination of those two creates an overall calorie deficit for fat loss. Again, it's really just about managing your calorie intake versus your total calorie burn in the big picture. So the question of eating back exercise calories, it really just doesn't even come into play. Just find the right balance for yourself between eating fewer calories and performing additional exercise until you're landing somewhere in that 1 to 2 pound per week fat loss range. And there's really nothing more to it than that. Yes, you can create a larger deficit and lose fat faster than that. But for most people, usually around 1 to 2 pounds per week is typically a good range for maximizing short and long-term adherence, maintaining your training performance, and keeping your hunger, your energy levels, your mood, your libido, and other factors in check. And again, if you're asking this question and your main goal is to gain muscle, then the basic logic of everything that I've said here still applies, except that you need to do the opposite and consume more calories than you burn. And on top of that, your total weight change should be closer to around half a pound per week gained rather than the 1 to 2 pounds per week lost that I previously outlined. So I hope that answered the question. Again, really basic, but one that I do get asked a lot. If you want to grab a fully structured step-by-step plan that shows you how to combine proper nutrition with an effective training plan to maximize fat loss or muscle growth, then you can grab my Body Transformation Blueprint by clicking here or by visiting bodytransformationtruth.com using the link in the description. You can follow me on social media. Again, the links are below. The official website is SeanNal.com, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you did find the advice helpful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.